Rico Ball, and this is Uncut. Before we begin tonight's episode, I would like to invite you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and give my video a thumbs up so YouTube would know just how much you love me. Today was the second and final day of Pompeo's official visit. In addition to signing the Ship Riders Agreement, they also signed a Growth in the Americas Memorandum of Understanding. This agreement seeks to draw more US private sector investment to build Guyana's physical infrastructure, energy sector, and digital economy. The United States government is also donating $5 million US to the government to help aid Venezuelan migrants and $3 million to assist citizens in becoming more politically involved. They also discussed the possible lifting of the ban on the importation of our catfish. But, as expected, the topic of Venezuela did come up during the discussions between the two nations. During a press conference this morning, Pompeo repeated his call for Maduro to step down. Given the fact that Pompeo is currently visiting all of these South American nations that border Venezuela, it looks like this visit was a part of a bigger effort by the US to put added pressure on the Maduro administration to step down. Yesterday, Frank Anthony dropped a bombshell accusation in Parliament. He accused the former Minister of Health of a cover-up of cases of the Rona in the country. During his budget presentation, Anthony claimed that the former government did not test all deaths between March and July for the virus, although some of the persons who passed away had symptoms of the disease. He claimed that staff members at hospitals were instructed not to take a sample from those patients who died, so that their deaths would not be counted. He also claimed that a cover-up of statistics was also taking place during the first months of the pandemic here. This is the first time such an accusation was made publicly. But, like every other shady politician, he did not provide additional details for how he came to the conclusion. I've also noticed that all of them in Parliament love to make wild accusations, and then when the media ask them for proof, they turn and tell you to give your proof that they are wrong. High-quality polarized sunglasses help to protect your precious gundu balls from harmful ultraviolet rays. Get it delivered to you in Georgetown for free. Call Triple B's on telephone number 682-8326 or visit them on Facebook. Triple B's Enterprise. Remember the name. This morning, 4 persons were charged for the murder of 47-year-old Mohammed Hanif, a taxi driver of Experiment West Coast Police. The accused are 56-year-old Sarju Matadin, 29-year-old Royston Dowden, 52-year-old Devin McCalmon, and 22-year-old Ivan Lindo. It is believed that the men fatally beat the man in a fake robbery allegedly staged by his wife. According to police, she had recently pawned the home in order to pay off several debts, supposedly without her husband's knowledge. The 4 men were remanded to prison until October 2nd. See? You have to be careful nowadays. Sometimes it's the ones you love the most that would do the worst to you. 3 men who escaped from the Lusignan prison back in April are finally being charged for the crime. The men are 26-year-old Anthony Padmore, 24-year-old Sasnarayan Bisnorth, and 32-year-old Ganesh Dhanraj, all of whom were caught within days of their release, which makes me believe that they weren't really trying to escape, they just wanted to stretch their legs for a few days. Anyway, the 3 amigos pleaded guilty to the charge. I mean, obviously, you escaped. There's proof of it. You can't pose not guilty. But anyway, the 3 pleaded not guilty to the charge. Padmore was sentenced to an additional 2 years imprisonment, while Dhanraj and Bisnorth each were sentenced to 21 months. Early yesterday morning, 2 stupid young men threw a bicycle in the path of a pickup and then beat its driver and passenger before robbing them of their cell phones and an undisclosed amount of cash. The robbery took place at around 7 a.m. along a street in Caneville, located behind Grove Housing Scheme on the East Bank. According to the police, no arrests have been made as of yet. BM Salt is Guyana's #1 auto dealer. They bring fresh stocks every week and sell a variety of vehicles to suit any class of citizen, even local used. Visit them at Lot 9 Crowell Street, Georgetown, or call them on telephone number 231-8451. BM Salt Auto Sales. It's your turn to drive. Now, let's take a look at news in the region. A Royal Navy task group has helped seize cocaine worth an estimated £81 million after carrying out 3 drug busts in Caribbean waters. Sailors, Royal Marines, and the US Coast Guard hauled 358 kilos of the white stuff in the first bust, Hours later, they seized another boat with 650 kilos, and then they made their final bust later in the week. All of the suspects who were caught were handed over to the US Coast Guard, where they will probably spend the next several years of their lives stuck in the US penal system. Guatemalan President Alejandro Giamatti says he's tested positive for the Rona. He has multiple sclerosis and uses a cane to walk, but according to him, he still feels healthy. All things considered, besides having the deadly disease. Anyway, the announcement came on the same day the country reopened its borders and international flights. The country of 16 million has seen more than 83,600 confirmed cases and 3,000 deaths. Despite the ongoing deal between Oracle and TikTok, today the United States ordered a ban on downloads of the popular video app and effectively blocked the use of the Chinese super app WeChat on US national security grounds, escalating a fight with Beijing over digital technology. The measures effectively disabled the Tencent-owned WeChat app in the United States from Sunday, but they are expected to allow TikTok users who have already downloaded the app to keep accessing the service through November 12th. Which is actually the deadline for TikTok to sell its US operations. TikTok denounced the order from the Trump administration and said it would continue to fight the administration's crackdown. Are you thinking of investing in a pyramid scheme? Don't! There is a legit way you can earn some extra cash to supplement your existing hustle. Sell Top-Up. You could become a top-up vendor quick and easy by linking Cellular Plus. Call them on telephone number 685-3109 for more info. And now for our weird news story of the day. A new sign welcoming travelers to a Florida city is drawing attention and raising controversy for an unusual reason. It's in the wrong city. The sign posted on a road median reads, "Welcome to Dania Beach." But there's only one problem. The sign is not even in Dania Beach at all. It is well inside the limits of the neighboring city of Hollywood. To make matters worse, the new sign replaced an older, smaller sign bearing a similar message, but it was already still wrong. The authorities in both cities are currently figuring out what to do with the misplaced sign. Moving on to our Uncut News Views Poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Guyana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. So, you give your responses in the comments, and we just might read the best ones in the following episode. Yesterday's question was, if they made an online trading platform for our stock market, would you use it? Yata Han said, hell yeah, I'd use it. Guyana on this stock market, making big moves. Yes, it is. And Chavez Wallace said, I would invest in my country if they used the oil money wisely to develop different infrastructures. For example, a global express shipping courier service like Amazon, where they ship products from local businesses worldwide and would in turn boost the country's economy. Guyanese Amazon, or Guyanazon. I like the sound of that, haha. And Mike Bacchus says, stock market is designed for the rich to get richer. How many poor people have money to invest in US stock market, for example? 10% control the stock market and get government bailout. Mike, it sounds like you need to use Robinhood. You get commission-free trades and you can invest with as little as $1. No, that wasn't an ad for them, but we'd always love another sponsor, so if you know anyone of Robinhood, tell them. Noriko would love if they'd sponsor us. And finally, Spartan Otaku said, I would definitely use the Guyana stock market app because I would get to invest my money into something that's less likely to rob me. Then again, it's Guyana. Yes, indeed, Spartan. Yes, indeed. Well, I hope the authorities are listening because we've got a set of future stock traders here. Good answers, people. So tonight I leave you with this question. When it comes to the internal conflict in Venezuela, this nation has been playing it neutral. But it sounds like the US wants the world to pick a side. Do you think Guyana should pick a side and voice their concerns, or should we just continue to stay quiet and let our neighbors solve their own problems in peace? Think about that question and tell us in the comments below. If your response is good, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight. Until next time, I'm Noriko Bulford saying, have a great weekend. And as always, don't drink and drive, or you'll end up on Monday's episode the hard way. Ha ha! Hey Uncut News viewers, thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking on this button over here. or click over there for more news. You can also drop a comment to let me know if you've made it to the end of the video. Goodbye for now!